Let's ditch my routines. Hello my friends, welcome to this week's weekly vlog. As always, this is a week in my life vlog with a loose theme to it, and this week the theme is why I'm ditching my routines. The game plan is to take you with me through the next week as I ditch my routines, and each day we'll talk about why I'm ditching my routines and go through the different reasons for it. So let's get right into it and let's ditch my routines. Welcome to day one of ditching my routines, living without a set routine or schedule. The morning has gone well so far, and today we're going to be focusing on the first reason I am ditching my routines, which is I was failing with them anyways. Let's spend the day together. For the past several months, I have been trying to create a schedule and get into a really good routine and be really on top of it and productive and really just intense with everything. And I have come to the conclusion that that is not what I need in my life right now. I have been scheduling really intense schedules and like time slots each day, and then I completely miss the time slots, and then I completely fail to do everything on my to-do list, and then I just feel overwhelmed and I feel like I failed the day and I didn't get things done even when I do get things done. So because of all of this, I've just really looked at how I've been doing lately with like my schedules and my planning and my to-dos, and I've been failing. I've been hardcore failing with them, and I just don't get it done. I plan too much into my day. I don't allow big enough time slots for things. I don't account for my mood. I don't account for flexibility. I don't account for the fact that like things always go on in my life that distract me. I can't ever really just lock in. There's always stuff going on around me that I have to respond to and deal with. So because of all that, I was like, okay, well, I'm failing at my routines. So if I am failing at my routines, why am I still doing them? That is absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I have decided to ditch the routines, and that is reason number one is I was failing at them anyway. So why stick with routines when I'm failing at them? I feel like just ditching them and coming up with a whole new plan is what's going to work, because I have replanned my routines. I have tried different things, and I keep coming back to the same hard structure, and that hard structure does not work for me. So we're ditching those routines, and we're going to stop failing at them because we're not going to do it like that anymore. Oh, it's kind of dark, but so this is day one, and it has been all about just getting things done without a hard routine. So picking out things that I know I need to get done today, making sure I get those things done as my primary focus is, and then adding on anything else that I want to do or I need to do or that I have time to do as I can. So that is the game plan for today. That's how things have been going. We have been ditching the hard routine, and we are just getting things done. We are focusing on just getting done what we can. What's really important for me is that I do still focus on living a wellness lifestyle and a very creative lifestyle. So a slow, cozy, wellness, creative lifestyle. So that's what we're focusing on without the hard, structured routine. We are just getting things done as we can throughout the day. We're not putting too much pressure to have things done in certain time slots, and we're not putting too many things on the to-do list, but we are adding things as I can. So day one so far has been going really good, and I've been feeling really good about things. I'm really enjoying this lack of a hard structure, because the less pressure makes me feel like I don't have to like honestly just like over push myself. I can get things done when I do. The cats are very hungry, so yeah, I get things done when I get things done, and I know I'll get done when I need to, and what I don't get done, clearly I didn't need to, and I can do it a different day. So things are going really well so far, but I need to go feed these things before they freak out. It is officially day 2 of ditching my routines. That was 4, so day 2 of ditching my routines. And day 2's reason is that I need to slow down. I'm really looking to live a slower, more intentional, mindful life, and I need to put less pressure on myself. So this one really goes hand in hand with yesterday. I obviously overschedule, I overestimate what I can do, I overbook, all that kind of stuff, and it is very stressful, it's very overwhelming, and it doesn't get done. I fail at it. So the reason why I'm not doing routines anymore is because I really am craving a slower life. I really want to listen to my body, listen to my needs, and go by like my moods. I really am looking to put less pressure on myself. I feel like I am constantly asking so much of myself and then letting myself down, and like it's pointless because there's no need for me to do this. There's really no need for me to do this. So I feel like I really just need to put less pressure on myself and focus on slowing down and living that slower life and really focusing on like slow hobbies, slow wellness, just slow living. That's reason number 2 why I need to ditch my routines, why I am ditching my routines, is I am craving that slower life, and my routines were not set up for that slower life. They were set up for quite a productivity life. So we had to ditch them. We had to ditch them, and we have to focus on less pressure on myself, and more slowness. So it's going really good today. So yesterday was a little bit weird because it was like day 1, so I was still trying to like work through routines. But today's going really well because typically on Tuesday in like the mornings I go and I work for my mom, but I didn't have to do that this morning for various reasons, which means this morning I had like surprise free time, and I wanted to be productive, but I didn't want to overexert myself or put too much pressure on it. So I just kind of like had a general to-do list, and I let myself go by like my whims and what I was feeling, and like just get stuff done as I wanted. Literally, like I was in the middle of one thing and I was like, I feel like I'm in the mood to shower, and I went and I took a shower. So it's really just about putting less pressure on myself and getting things done, but doing it in a way that feels good. And also like when I do have surprise free time, like having kind of an idea of what I want to do with it, but not over pressuring myself with it. So day 2 of ditching my routines is going well. Yay. Good morning, my friends. Happy day 3 of ditching my routines, and this morning has gone really well. I've really tried to focus on being mindful and just relaxing and staying calm and and staying gentle and watching my thoughts, watching my energies, watching what I'm putting out there. Because reason number 3 why I need to ditch my routines is my nervous system has been so out of whack lately that I can't even handle it. I can feel just that I'm constantly on edge, you know, that like fight or flight. I'm constantly in that. I feel like things from my past, I never quite settled them, and then I just kept going with life and kept going with life, kept going with life. I'm trying to pound, and yeah, I'm a anxiety-riddled, energy-stuck mess. And my nervous system, I can feel that it never calms down, it never rests, it never gives itself a break, and that's not good. That's not good for your health. That's not good for your mental health. That's not good for any part of you. So, we are focusing on being mindful, moving slow, moving intentional, taking my time with things, and just allowing my nervous system to settle. Reminding myself that I am safe, I am where I belong, everything is good, everything is okay. It's okay to relax, it's okay to move slow, it's okay to take time with things. Just giving myself that space, that reminder, and that freedom, because I just feel all the time, it's in my chest, it's in my hips, it's in my stomach, and no more. No more. So reason number 3 why we are ditching my routines is because my nervous system is so out of whack and I need to reset it. I need to get her calm. I need to give her some love, and I need to just be able to sometimes, you know? So that's reason number 3. We gotta fix that nervous system. It is day 4 of ditching my routines, and we do need to talk about my reason number 4. Before we get into that, I did want to chat just a little bit more about yesterday's reason, because I mentioned how my nervous system is out of whack, and I feel like I need to kind of explain that a little bit better. So basically, what a dysregulated nervous system is a nervous system that is stuck in a stress response. So it's basically when you're chronically stuck in that fight or flight, like I talked about. It's basically when you're kind of stuck in that, your body is stuck in that, and this could be due to burnout, it could be due from past trauma, it could be due to chronic anxiety, it can be due to a lot of different things, and with this brings a lot of different symptoms, which include chronic fatigue, more anxiety, insomnia, digestive issues, feeling overwhelmed, all this kind of stuff. So I thought that like I should explain that a little bit better, that like that is what a out of whack nervous system is. It's a dysregulated nervous system that is kind of stuck in this chronic stress cycle, and you never actually get to relax or find calm. It's just constant stress, and you feel it in your body, and you feel it in your chest, and you feel it all over. At least I do, personally. So that's kind of what I mean by a dysregulated nervous system, or my nervous system being out of whack. And then I feel like there's a lot of different symptoms that comes with it, of course, and there are a lot of different ways that you can help to aid it. But some of the things that I am helping to aid it is focusing on my breathing a lot more. So a lot more deep breathing throughout the day, during my workouts, just all the time. And also when I feel my body getting worked up, like right now I can feel my body is like overexcited and stressed. I can feel it. So taking that time to breathe and relax and get that stress out is something that I'm doing to help regulate my nervous system and get it back to that calm feeling and get it back to that feeling of being safe and being okay. And another thing I'm doing is more gentle movement. So instead of trying to fit in so many different types of movement every single day, like when I thought about what I thought my movement was going to be this year, I literally wanted to do yoga, cardio, and strength training like 5 days a week, at least every single day. Like it was outrageous what I was thinking I was going to do. And instead I'm like, hey, how about we listen to the body and we actually move slower in our workouts, because that's what my body needs. And constant high energy workouts is going to keep my body in this terrible state, and that is not what I need. And stressing myself to squeeze workouts into a small time frame is not going to help. And rushing through my workouts is not going to help. So more slow movement and more mindful movement and engage in some different types of movement that will help release my tension instead of building tension up. I'm also adding in more walks again, especially now that it's warm. Thank goodness I can add in more walks again. And I'm just trying to like focus on grounding myself more. Obviously there's the technique of grounding in outside, which one, I'm trying to get into green space more, and two, I am trying to like connect with nature and ground a little bit more. But I'm also just trying to ground myself in reality and in the present instead of thinking about the past or the future, which creates depression and anxiety. Instead, I'm trying to focus on like the present, the today, the now, that kind of stuff. And also, I'm really trying to prioritize sleep. Sleep has been, I am diagnosed with insomnia, so I am an insomniac, and my environment is not built for adequate sleep at the moment, so sleep has been shit lately. But I'm trying to prioritize sleep, prioritize rest, prioritize relaxation, and just allow my nervous system to finally relax and settle. It has not settled in many, many years. There's a lot of things from my past that are still sitting there, and it just needs to settle. A couple other techniques that can help are seeking therapy or seeking counsel. You should definitely do that. And stimulating your vagus nerve, and just a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do. But those are just some things that I am doing to help regulate my nervous system. I realized that I never came back yesterday and chatted with you guys about that, and I just really felt like that was an important part of our conversation. So that is what I meant by that. And now we're going to move on to reason number 4 that I am ditching my routines, and that is, funnily enough, because I am a neurospicy individual. I am someone who is definitely neurodivergent, and from my knowledge and from what I have gathered by those around me and my own interactions with individuals and my own interactions with professionals and such not, I am unofficially ADHD and autism, I'm pretty sure. Light spectrum, of course, but yeah, it definitely, these kind of things run in my family as well, so I can see where that comes from genetically, and then I just see how my environment has impacted me. And let's just say being neurospicy definitely impacts how you take on your day. And then being neurospicy in 2 completely different ways is really hard, because the ADHD brain wants spontaneity and flexibility, and it wants excitement all the time, whereas the autistic brain wants routine and comfort and knowledge of what's happening. So my brain is constantly fighting itself. It's constantly craving routine and seeking routine, but as soon as I start getting a routine, it freaks out and starts to want flexibility and excitement and something different. And for a long time, I couldn't figure out why this was happening and why I was struggling so much, because I want a routine, but as soon as I get a routine, I hate the routine. I can't do the routine anymore, and it feels stifling, and it feels overwhelming, and it feels like I'm suffocating. But then I stop the routine, and then I feel like I'm not getting stuff done, and I need a routine, and I was just like, what is going on? And then I realized it's my neurospicy brain and my different neurospiciness competing with each other. So my neurodivergent brain, I say neurospicy because it's fun, but my neurodivergent brain is a big reason why I'm ditching these hard routines and these hard schedules that I've been setting for myself, because I am not built for that. I am built for routine with flexibility. That is what I am built with, so that is what I need to figure out. So that is why I'm ditching my hard routines and finding a new path for myself. Number 4, that is reason number 4, is my neurodivergent brain. I feel like so many of us are neurodivergent and just don't necessarily realize it because the spectrums are so big. But yeah, that is reason number 4. So let's keep spending the day together, and then we'll check in tomorrow. Good morning, my friends. Yes, I'm going to talk to you with my eye patches on today, and this is my first time ever doing eye patches like this, and I've wanted to for a while. I just like didn't buy any, and then I found that I had these samples, so I was like, perfect. I feel like it's falling. Like, I feel like these don't stay on very well, but also they're so thick and gummy. What do you mean they're one use? Like, that feels like such a waste. That just feels so wasteful. But yeah, we got our little eye patches on, and it is day 5 of ditching my routines, and today is a Friday, and funnily on Fridays I like to be very productive. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's because I want to just get as much done as I can before the weekends, because then I can kind of vibe over the weekend and relax more and get like some extra stuff done, or like do nothing. It kind of just like depends on what I want to do. So it's a Friday. We're trying to be super productive, but we are also considering reason number 5 why I'm ditching my routines, and that is I want to start living by my energy. And this touches a little bit on what I was talking about yesterday about how I am an insomniac and how I have kind of gotten into a really bad sleep deprivation over the past, well, long time, but definitely over the past year. And because of this, like, my energy levels are very different every single day, so I don't always necessarily have the energy to do the things that I planned, or necessarily like hit the hard workout I thought I was going to maybe be able to do. So the reason number 5 that I'm ditching my routines is because I want to start living by my energy more, and that means going with the flow each day, doing what I can, but not pushing it if I don't have it. And then on the days that I do have it, really going for it. So like today, I feel pretty energized just because it's a Friday. Like I said, something about Friday just gives me that energy boost. But I slept absolutely terribly last night, hence the eye patches. I slept so bad, and it's just a combination of my insomnia and my environment with housemates and dogs and cats, and then with Rambo, my little kitten, who today is his gotcha day. We'll get into that, but who he seems to have insomnia like his mama, because he doesn't necessarily sleep very great. He is a year old now, but he tends to wake me up, and then he wakes me up about 4 every morning. Especially this morning, he woke me up at 4 a.m. and would not let me settle in back to sleep. So because of that, I'm definitely in a big sleep deprivation. And I'm not just saying this, like, I have definitely looked it all up and all that kind of stuff. It's not just like something I'm pulling out of nowhere. But because of that, and then just life, I really just want to live by my energy. As a woman, obviously we go through different energy cycles each month, and I want to take that into account with everything, and I want to take my sleep into account and all of that kind of stuff. So that is reason number 5, is I can't stick with hard routines when I need to be living by my energy. And living by my energy means doing what I can each day, having general ideas of what I want to get done, and then having priorities, but just doing what I can each day based on that specific day. So like today, I thought I was going to do a good strength training workout, but I didn't have that in me. So instead, I did still move, but I did a more mobility, cardio-y workout. So just big movements to get my body moving and get blood flowing and get my muscles moving, versus trying to build and grow muscles in a hard workout. It wasn't in me today. So I went by my energy and I changed that up. So that's kind of where we're at. And that's reason number 5. I just need to live by my energy, and I think that that's really going to help me out, because I've been so exhausted and overwhelmed. And if I listen to myself, then I'm going to be able to beat this burnout and start feeling better. But in happy news, it is Rambo's Gotcha Day. So 1 year ago today, we wandered into the store and saw this little cutie up for adoption. And then, technically, it was yesterday we saw him and put in our application. But today, we had to go pick him up and bring him home. And now, it is a year later, and he's still a rambunctious little rascal, and he's huge. So, hilarious, but I love him so much. I'm so glad he's part of the family. So it is Mammy's Gotcha Day. So today we're just living by our energy and taking into account I didn't sleep much, and living on Rammy as much as I can, even though he was half the reason I didn't sleep much. But that is okay. We love that little man. So it's a good day. We are going to keep living by our energy. We're going to keep our productive Friday going, but only in a way that feels good. We're just going to keep on rocking. Happy day 6 of ditching my routines, and day 6 reason is I really need to focus more on nurturing my soul. So we're not going to talk much today because it's all about nurturing my soul, but what I really just need is to do things that fill me up, that help me relax and calm down and just feel right. I don't need to be shoving things into my life that I don't feel like I need, or I don't need to be forcing myself to do stuff I don't want to do. And I need to take some time for myself, do things that fulfill me and just make me feel good and make me feel like happy to be alive. So reason number 6 is that I need more time and more space to nurture my soul. It is day 7, the final day of my week of fully ditching my routines, and I'm here to talk about my 7th reason that I am ditching my routines, and that is I need to live by my moods. I need to live by my whims. I need to allow myself the freedom and the flexibility to go with what feels right, and I've been doing that with this week, and I feel like it's going really well. I have been getting things done without putting like pressure or time stamps on them, and it actually is working really well for me. So I guess like all this time I've been trying to throw myself into these like productivity molds that I thought I needed to be in, and it turns out I didn't. I needed to go by my moods, go by where I was at. If in the morning I was really tired, maybe give myself some more time to hatch in the morning that day and do stuff more in that evening. The next day I'm feeling energized, do it in the morning and get a lot done, and then I have more time in the evening to relax if I want. If one day I want to be super productive, like on Friday, and then Thursday I wanted to be super calm and relaxed and just do what I could, go by the moods. Go with it, girl. Flow with it. Enjoy life, because I feel like that's a good way to help heal myself and help get myself in a place that actually feels good and actually feels right and makes me excited to live each day. So we are going by our moods. I am going by my moods, and it's going pretty well, I think. And that is reason number 7 why I'm ditching these hardcore routines is I need to go by my moods more. I need to listen to what I want. And this is daily, this is weekly, this is hourly. It's all the good things. It is obviously still, I know like each day maybe I need to have like, I will have like each day and each week things I need to get done, which I guess is the next part of this little chat. But first things first is that like I'll have things each day that I need to get done, but I will not be pressuring myself to have them in like certain time slots and stuff. Like I said, I was writing out these schedules and it wasn't accounting for my mood. It wasn't accounting for the fact that maybe I didn't sleep the night before, so I needed more time in the morning to hatch and be slower into doing stuff, versus this day I woke up ready to go and productive and ready to just wang bang get done and start at like 6 a.m. So it just kind of depends on the day and the mood, and that's what I need to do is I need to go by that. But with all of these 7 reasons and all of that, I do want to note that I am still keeping or working on building some flexible, loose, and wellness-inspired, lifestyle-inspired, Kim-inspired morning routine, nighttime routine, and like general things that I need to do like each week. So I have like chore routines, like every Monday I water my plants, and that's just to make sure that my plants get the care that they need. And then I feel like a morning and night routine, very loose and very flexible, just to allow myself to have a little bit of structure in my days, which I know is important for certain parts of my brain. And also as humans, we just thrive well on routine. And I think some structure in my days will help me out, and just knowing like in the mornings I do these few things each morning, and then these things I do some mornings, and then go from there. And then like each evening I have these things I need to do to help calm myself down and get myself ready for bed and help myself sleep, because we need to get my sleep better. Honestly, my sleep just needs improvement, a lot of improvement. So definitely morning and night routines. I know I said I'm ditching my routines, and I'm ditching my current routines, and my new ones are going to be very different. But I mean, different but the same. They're going to be not so structured, not so gotta get this done. More so like, these are some things that help me feel good in the morning, so try to do them most days. And then these are some things that I know help me set me up for a good day, so maybe do one of these each day and that kind of thing. And then a nighttime routine just to help me settle down at night, settle my brain down. Hopefully the cats will get in that structure and it'll help them with their sleep as well. And then, yeah, just feel good about that. And then I'll have like weekly to-dos that I need to get done that week, and then to-dos that I would like to get done if I have the time, and then I will have daily priority to-dos and daily if you have the time to-dos. So it'll just kind of depend, but that's kind of where I'm at. That's the game plan, and that's why I'm ditching my routines. Okay, my friends, so those are the 7 reasons why I have decided that I personally need to ditch my routines and change up my structure and way of living. This has been my first week of doing it. I know I didn't show you guys much B-roll because I was working on just being flexible and living it, but you will see more of my life going forward, and I'll be sharing more and more just as the weeks go. You know me. But those are the reasons why I'm ditching my routines. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down below. If you guys have any good kind of routines, if you have a lot of structure to your day, and what you found works for you, I'd love to chat it all up. Let me know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you guys are having a fabulous time living your routines or not living with routines, whatever works for you. It's all about creating the best life for yourself, not everyone else, but for what works for you. So I hope you are living that life. With that, I would like to sign off here. Live well, my friends. Read lots of books and go discover. Bye. Also, do you want videos of me building my new flexible morning and night routines? Let me know.